Law and Order, Organized Crime Season 5, Episode 5, titled Largo di Averno, brought back an iconic Law and Order, SVU character who has been missing for the past 4 years. Largo di Averno is one of the most violent episodes of Law and Order, Organized Crime Season 5 so far. Stabler's investigation into the Spezzano crime family takes a grisly turn when he learns Rocco Spezzano has escaped from an Italian prison and plans to attack Stabler's CI, Isabella, who ratted him out years ago in exchange for being able to emigrate to America and begin a new life. Stabler's attempt to save Isabella fails and she is tortured and killed despite his being elsewhere in the building where she is being held. This tragic event comes soon after Law and Order, Organized Crime Season 5 loses an original cast member. However, it also leads to the opportunity for Stabler to reconnect with a popular character who has not been seen in the franchise in several years. Law and Order, Organized Crime Season 5, Episode 5 brings back Melinda Warner. Tamara Tunie's iconic character spoke with Stabler in the morgue. Stabler examines a body while Warner watches in Law and Order Organized Crime. When Stabler headed to the morgue to get any details about Isabella's death that would help him nail Rocco and Rocco's accomplice for the murder, he spoke with Melinda Warner, Tamara Tunie. Warner originated on Law and Order, SVU and is often on the top of fan-made lists of characters they would like to return to the franchise. However, it seemed unlikely she would return anytime soon because the actress has a leading role on CBS new soap opera, Beyond the Gates. That said, it wasn't a complete surprise that Warner returned, as Stabler mentioned speaking to her on the phone in Episode 4. Warner demonstrated a much-needed sensitivity towards Stabler by asking him what the deceased person meant to him. The scene also led to a surprise twist at the end of the episode, as the perps had removed Isabella's fingers, but the body Warner examined had all her fingers intact. Tamara Tunie's last franchise appearance was in Law and Order, SVU Season 23, Episode 6. She returned for a special tribute to the series. Although there have been several medical examiners in the Law and Order, SVU cast, Warner was the most popular. She was introduced as a minor character in Season 2 after the original medical examiner, Elizabeth Rogers, joined Law and Order, Criminal Intent and thus was no longer available. Warner proved to be so popular that in Season 7, she became the first medical examiner to become part of the main cast. However, she returned to recurring status in Season 13 and appeared infrequently after that. In Season 19, Warner's promotion to Chief Medical Examiner was revealed. She made her final appearance in Season 23. This was a special episode that paid tribute to the long-running series during its 500th episode, and it would not have made sense to exclude Warner since she was such a big part of the procedural's early years. Sadly, she has not been seen again in the franchise until now. What happened to Warner and why she totally disappeared from Law and Order, SVU? The actress expanded her career. Emmy Warner surveying the morgue table in Law and Order, Organized Crime. Warner was never officially written out of Law and Order, SVU, although her promotion in Season 19 might have made her too busy to work with the detectives anymore. Instead, she was quietly replaced with other medical examiner characters when one was needed in a given case, and now appears to work for the Organized Crime Bureau instead of SVU, given that Stabler has mentioned her several times and she appeared in Episode 5. The behind-the-scenes explanation for Warner's disappearance from Law and Order, SVU is likely that Tamara Tunie became too busy to appear on the procedural regularly. Tunie has had a long career playing a variety of roles, appearing in shows as diverse as Blue Bloods and AMC's Diet Land. Most recently, she landed the role of the Dupree family matriarch in CBS' newest soap opera, Beyond the Gates. Thus, it's unlikely she will appear very often in the franchise, though it was a nice surprise for her to have a cameo in Law and Order, Organized Crime.